Morning, guys. Again, just realized my mic was off. But anyway, where our open range have been set, and I was saying I'm not liking this upper range break. We're right below that VWAP, and that could push price back instantly. So I don't know. I've been burned so many times buying into resistance and selling into support. It's one of my red flags. See, this is a strong candle. We get the bear flag. We get a break above, but I just don't like this VWAP sitting here, and I can't take this trade. Our MACD is pretty much flat, going sideways. The market's pretty weak. We're pretty weak this morning. What's going on the higher time frame? Let's take a look. Let's go over there and see. So what do we have? Actually, we do get a very small break, airline break. Usually I don't take those, guys. I need a strong, clean candle where the body is cleanly above the trend line, the upper range. Need a clean break. Plus, we're breaking into resistance, right? We're breaking into that MACD. Just no way I can take that. What we want is the break above the MACD. Let's break above the MACD. Let's retest. Let's break above the MACD, retest, and continue. I can live with a trade like that. So let's just watch this and see. If any of these scenarios play out, we want to break above the MACD, retest, and I could get in there for a buy. We come back down into this support level. Maybe get down to the 50 MA, the blue line, or the red line. Reject off these and then maybe get in. Another scenario that could play out is we get the lower range break, do a little retest, and then continue to move down. This would be a strong play. So what's it gonna be? Looks like we're going for the 50 MA or the red line. Okay, so we got down into our resistance line, we got down into our support lines, cleared the 20 MA, we're fixing to clear our red line. Our MACD is bearish. Our signal tracker is bearish. Not fully bearish, but we're not in the sell zone, but we're bearish. Let's keep an eye on that. Do we get the bounce here? We're also at a trend line. Right now, where that middle scenario is what's fixing to play out. Because if we get rejected, if we get rejected and close above, back above the 20 MA, I could take a quick scalp, even though we're inside the range. But our MACD being bearish is it's fighting the trend, guys. Don't fight the trend. Don't fight the trend. All our indicators are saying bearish. This is our Fisher indicator. One of my best indicators for divergence, spotting divergence. But yeah, strong rejection here, big bull candle, engulfing candle, closing above the 20 MA. That could make me reject all these other bearish signals on the indicator. Just a huge boner candle all the way up, back above the 20 MA. Or do we get the break below the trend line? Close below the lower range? I think I would have to get in there. Even though we do have a little area right here. Oh, look at that. See, that's not just any area, that's a small fair value gap right here. See, guys, find the gaps, you find the levels. If you find the gaps, you can find the levels. Here's the gap right here, and look, we retested, rejected, retested, rejected, breakthrough, retested, rejected, resistance, became support, we rejected again, and we took off right here. And now we're kind of coming back down to this level. See, our MACD's catching up. Yeah, let me change this color. More in line. Two. I'll do that. This is some boring price action, guys. You know, this lo-fi music doesn't help either. This price action is putting me to sleep. It needs to get crunk in here so we can turn up the beat. Where will she go? Do we get the close above the 20 MA? If we do, I could see a quick scalp back to VWAP. I wouldn't even wait on the upper break because that trade is a no-go for me with the VWAP sitting there. We would have to close above VWAP and retest. So the only window I see is a quick scalp to VWAP, into the VWAP. That would give us a little space. But we're just building the momentum right now, and we're gonna see an engulfing candle to the up or the downside to break out of this. Best case scenario, we get a huge candle to the downside, breaking through that support level, closing below the lower range, and I think we could load up on that sell. Okay, we've got good news. One of our indicator has turned bullish, our Fisher. We're also getting a divergence on that. Let me remove this line. So we're getting divergence on Fisher. So let's keep an eye on that. And our signal tracker is starting to turn bullish. Barely. But let's see how those play out, guys. We want to be on the right side of the market, you know. We don't want to trade against the trend. We want to be on the positive side, and that's how I trade, or I try to trade. You know, if I go against the trend, it's a mental lapse. You know. So our Fisher is bullish. We've got a bullish divergence. Price is making higher high, and our indicator has made a lower low. And so what we look for now is usually a strong break above a trend line, or a close above the 20 MA would signal that scalp to VWAP. We want the MACD to also turn bullish. So we'll see if we get any of that. See that red line holding? Got a nice hammer, a rejection of that. Is it strong enough to hold price? Do we close above the 20 MA? We're getting further and further away from VWAP, right? So that's making our scalp even better. It's making our scalp back to VWAP more rewarding. But if that red line fails, if our red line fails, we could see a move to the downside. That's our third scenario. Break below, retest, continuation. We're also getting on to 9 o'clock. We've got the open at 9:30. We're kind of getting away from our 8 a.m. orb. So will this be our first real opportunity? Strong close below the red line. Also below that trend line. We break below, we retest, strong rejection. We get a close below the lower range. I say we jump in. And this is actually a little, fair value gap there. So we get the push down. Guys, I might jump in here if we get a close. So we didn't close. Let's get that strong, clean break. Let's get the body clearing that lower range. and I could consider jumping in for 3 points, 3 contracts. Nice, beautiful rejection candle here. Look at that. That is a thing of beauty. So let's see, we're stuck at the red line. That's 105 EMA. We break strongly below, we close, we go back up, we retest. Right? We didn't break the lower range, so that's why I didn't jump in. But if we get a break here and a close, I could take my chances there. Or will this level hold? This is a very strong level. I'm gonna take this one off because I think this is even stronger. It's really multiple fair value gaps in one. We started over here. We got that fair value gap that created a level, right? We tried to retest, we retested it. It held. We finally broke above. Resistance became support. We retested that support level. It held, and the market went off right here. Now we're back into that same level. But look, what's interesting is, again, we create a new fair value gap right there, a bullish. And so that level, I think it's the same, has been holding. And so we're back at this level. And I say if we close below the lower range, strong candle, I think we continue to move down. Will she hold our break? I think I should do this. See, this is the thing for me, guys, with the trading the ORB. It's hard to take a trade like this when we see prices at a level that is at a strong level, right? We've been rejecting this level since what time? Since like 5. We broke above once, it became support, and now it's either gonna be support again or it's gonna turn into resistance, meaning we break below and we retest and we continue to move down. Just like it was resistance here, we broke above, it became support, we continue to move up. That's what I want to see. But if we get that strong, clean break, I'll jump in. You know, sometimes you just gotta roll the dice. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. It's getting weak, guys. It's getting weak. You know, the more price, the more our level gets tested, the weaker it gets. You know, I learned that early on in my studies. You know, whether that's a trend line, that's a zone, that's a, you know, EMA line. The more price knocks on the door, the weaker that becomes. And usually, especially with trend lines, after like 3 attempts, you know, price will break through on the 4th or the 5th attempt. Let's look at our 15-minute, guys. We see on our 15-minute, we have a channel, a bear channel. And if you notice, price kind of went up to the VWAP and looks like we got rejected right here. And so now we've got a bear candle. It looks like we closed below the 20. And so we really have all this space to fill, right? If we're gonna be following the channel. So the 15 minutes is telling me, you know, we could be getting close to a move down because we're at the top of that channel. And all our space and real estate is below. Our signal tracker is bullish. Our MACD is bullish, but you can't ignore this, guys. You can't ignore all this space to the downside, especially when you think that, okay, we just came up to VWAP and just totally rejected, right? So, you know, you look to the higher time frame, we could see a move back to this level right here. See that? And this is a level that's been carrying since what? This was since last week. Fair value gap. We rejected here, we rejected here, we broke through, we retested. We could see price trying to come down here and test this level once again, right? So that's where 50-minute is saying is leaning more bearish than bullish. But let's go back to our 2-minute because that's where we take our trades. I don't know. I'm gonna take this play off because I don't see price getting back all the way up there. Take this one off. Do we get the close here? Strong candle. Do we get a close here? Do we take... Do we take it? Signal tracker is bearish. We're in a sell zone. MACD's bearish. Do we push through? I'll wait on that candle to close, guys, because no momentum, no momentum, no momentum. No momentum on that one. Let's stay out of it for now. Maybe push through that level. Give me a close below that level. And I'm game. Will we get a trade before the open? We're way outside the window of the 8 a.m. orb. It's now 9:09. We have one last opportunity here. We did get a break below the lower range, but we broke into support, a strong support level, and we want price to close below that level. We just don't want to take a trade and have it reverse, because this level has been proven. It's a proven level. So we wait. Sit on our hands. There she goes. Slow down. Don't go too far, because I need to get on board that train. So let's just keep it steady. We want a close right below the area. Let's not get too excited with any massive bear candles or sell-off. We just want a nice close so we can get in on the action. Keep it nice and steady. You know, the market just never listens, you know. Never does what you want it to do. It's gonna do what the market's gonna do what the market wants to do. New traders, get that into your head. You can't predict the market. You won't. You pick your spots, you get in, you get out. Just got to be patient and wait on your setup. You don't see your setup, no trade. Right now we want it price to close below this level, and if we don't get that, we don't have a trade. We pivot. If price rejects that level and close strong above the 20 MA and the 50 MA, then we're looking at a bull scenario, right? We now have a bullish market instead of a bearish market, right? So just really crappy price action. This looks like it's gonna go all the way into the open, and that's where a trade scenario is gonna happen. But that's a different session. So we're gonna close this one out, guys. Watch this level. If you're gonna continue in the market, watch this level. If we close, retest, we could get a move to the downside. We could get continuation to the downside. If we close back above these trend lines, this trend line and these EMAs, I could see us making a push to VWAP. You could definitely maybe get a scalp to the VWAP, right? But the price action's just crazy right now. So yeah, guys, we'll catch you on the next one. I don't think right now we're trading the 8 a.m. orb. We've been outside of that range. Let me take this off. But that's the play for today. We close above this level, retest, we could move down. Or if we push back up above those lines, we could make a play to VWAP. All right, guys, take care, and catch you on the next one.